what do you consider the best cryptocurrencies exchanges? You mentioned Coinbase and Kraken.
I use Coinbase and Kraken.
Yeah.
Bittrex is good for there's like various cryptocurrency derivatives, and they accept more cryptocurrencies, so that's a decent one. What was the other part of that question?
What are some of your favorite info sites for crypto?
Oh, CoinDesk. I like CoinDesk a lot. Cointelegraph. But I think EBIT News. I think this is a growing space. I encourage everybody to start their own crypto news site. There's going to be a lot of companies that start up that will be the picks and shovels of this enormous revolution. This is not a gold rush. This is a revolution that's here to stay. Right. And the picks and shovels are just going to grow and grow. So there's going to be many opportunities for media empires to grow around it.
So here is a probably very complicated question, but I bet you have a simple answer. How do cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin decide to fork or split? Where does the idea even originate from, and what do you think the motives are behind it?
Well,
can you explain what a fork is?
Yeah, a fork is when Bitcoin, if you hold Bitcoin, suddenly now, and a recent example is, suddenly now you not only do you have Bitcoin, but you also have what's called Bitcoin Cash. It was a fork off of Bitcoin.
Right.
So a fork is like when a certain percentage of Bitcoin holders and miners decide that, this one software change would be better. Now these guys are saying, we don't want any software change. These guys are saying we want a software change. And the software change might be related to the size of a transaction, the kind of anonymity, all sorts of things. So it's not really that important to focus on forks that much. Just, we keep up with that. When there's been forks, we've sent out recommendations about what to do. So we're very comfortable with that.
Can you talk about like a popular fork that's happened and why that actually?
Yeah, Bitcoin Cash happened because some people said Bitcoin transactions can happen faster. They implemented some software and they said, with this new type of Bitcoin that forks off of Bitcoin, transactions will happen 10 times faster or 8 times faster, I think it was. And Bitcoin Cash went up, it went down, it went up, but it didn't really affect the price of Bitcoin.
Okay.
Bitcoin holders just got some free Bitcoin Cash, and then Bitcoin kept going up, and now this sort of goes on its own, and it does its own thing.
So Bitcoin Cash...
And Ethereum also forked to Ethereum Classic and Ethereum. Now people use Ethereum and not Ethereum Classic, but I covered up a security issue, but... I think there's lots of interesting things that can be done with forks. There's lots of arbitrage that can happen there.
So a lot of the people are asking about actually spending Bitcoin. If you go downstairs to spend Bitcoin, it takes about 10 minutes for that transaction to happen.
Well, no, because, again, there's a software layer to Bitcoin that can solve that problem. So most people are not faking a Bitcoin transaction. It would be like an odd thing to do. So there's a software layer that can verify a transaction within seconds. So that's why the Bitcoin Cash fork was not really that useful. Nevertheless, there are some cryptocurrencies that are made for fast transactions, like within seconds. So we're looking heavily at those as possible recommendations.
This may be our last question before we get the next 15 winners. So will Bitcoin or some other currency become the one and only cryptocurrency, or is there enough of a difference in enough of a space that other currencies can coexist with the one?
There will be many legit currencies eventually. I mean, now there's like 900 cryptocurrencies out there. I would say 880 of them at least are scams or useless, but that means there are 20 legit. But here's the important thing to remember. There's Canadian dollars and there's US dollars, right? And there's Mexican pesos. And why are there 3 different currencies? Because there's these artificial geography borders. With cryptocurrencies, there's no geographic borders, there are problem borders. A new cryptocurrency starts when it solves a new and big problem, and that creates a new currency. So there will be many. Bitcoin might be the eventual biggest, we'll see, but there's room for many cryptocurrencies to exist, and starting from scratch, go up enormously.
Okay, well, I didn't need to interrupt you that time. You finished right at the same time that I got the next 15 winners.